puppy.
Woke up this morning and I prayed to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life.
Yahawashi. Blessed be Yahawah. Blessed be Yahawashi.
Love you and I need you.
Oh, okay then. Shalawam.
So that Helpmeets Hangout. Because this is for the
Shalawam,
Hangout.
Shalawam, what do you do?
Hey.
Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
Hey.
This is where the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey.
Hey.
This is where the Helpmeets Hangout.
Hey.
This is where the Helpmeets Hangout.
Hey.
She got her own little dance going on over there. Shalawam, y'all. What it do, Bruce?
Go.
I gotta get me a shirt that say that.
Go.
Because every time I greet
Go.
everybody, I just be like, what it do, Bruce? That's
Yeah, you should make a shirt that say "What it do, brew," and then put a coffee cup at the bottom.
Oh, that'd be cute. Oh, and get some little mugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what it do, brew? You get it, brew, because you put brew in the cup. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be cute.
So today, y'all, we are talking about the keys to unlock the Proverbs 31 woman in you. Now, y'all voted for this. We gave y'all topics. The first, y'all voted, the one we did last 2 weeks ago was... What was it?
It was accountability or the lack thereof.
Accountability.
Right, accountability.
Why are you laughing?
Because I forgot what it was too.
Accountability.
God.
Y'all voted that the most, and then the next one y'all voted for the most is the Proverbs 31. And then so we're just gonna go in order what y'all voted, and this is the next voting one. So here we are. Y'all asked for it, and we come to deliver through the spirit of Yahawashi. Okay?
All praises to the Most High.
The Lord have made, we will rejoice and be glad in it.
God. And that sister about to bring out that foundational.
How did you know?
Because.
Get out of my head! Oh my gosh! But indeed, I am a prison. This 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahawah. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahawah giveth, that Yahawah in all things may be glorified through Yahawashi HaMashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. So we're here to speak the oracles of the Most High and give all honor, glory, praise to Yahawashi HaMashiach, because it is only of the Lord we're able to get on here. It's only of the Lord we're able to talk about these scriptures. Only of the Lord that we have this podcast. So call Allah Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi, all praise to the Most High forever. We're hoping that you're having a good morning or day, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching this. I want to thank you for tuning in. For our loyal watchers that always tune in, I want to thank y'all for supporting us. You know, y'all could be doing anything else, but y'all come on to chat with us and hang out. So we appreciate it.
We do.
Snaps, Lily. Let's do snaps.
Real sultry.
Okay.
God. So, I think sisters had asked for this topic more so because it's like, you know, us finding balance. You know, we kind of been, I don't know. I feel like these episodes have been flowing through the spirit, y'all. So we've been trying to find balance. We've been trying to be more disciplined, more diligent, you know, be more well-rounded, and, you know, endure through our journey and our walk. And a lot of sisters, I know that we read about Proverbs 31 and we hear about Proverbs 31 and we're just like, oh, I want to be Proverbs 31. I'm striving to be Proverbs 31. Some sisters, you know, hey, they say I am Proverbs 31. Everybody want to be Proverbs 31, but everybody don't want to put in the work to be Proverbs 31. So,
ding, 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 say that again.
Everybody want to be Proverbs 31.
Louder.
But don't want to put in the work.
Say it for the people on the back.
Proverbs 31. You feel me? So, these are going to be some key tips and some key ways that we all, because we're all still growing, we're all still learning of how to unlock that Proverbs 31 within ourselves, whether you are married or not yet married. Okay, so God.
And I have something to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, it's really a mood video. It's not who said that. Just to let me back off what she said. Period. Dot.
Nah, not
Period.
Ramadan. I'm crying. Shout out to believers of the way. Shout out to y'all.
God, I'll praise him most time.
Cause brothers be putting in the work too. I'm crying. Period. Dot. Send me that.
Okay. That's a classic, okay?
I had to send that to my husband. Like, yes. But y'all, you know what I was thinking about? And I had told Abarriyah when I was reading Proverbs 31, everybody always started at 10. Everybody always started at 10. Why do we always it's Proverbs 31 from the beginning to the end is Proverbs 31, okay?
Okay.
1 through 9, I know those aren't, specific attributes towards Proverbs 31. But if you look at 1 through 9 of Proverbs 31, that is an elder woman giving wisdom to her child. That is a elder woman training up her child in the way that he should go, in the things that he shouldn't do, and just giving him wisdom. And I think, the Proverb 31 woman moves in wisdom. You get what I'm saying? She exudes wisdom in all that she does, because wisdom is her foundation. But yeah, that was just a quick little observation on my behalf. But God.
Yep. That is true. I myself too have been guilty of um starting at 10. Of course I go read the whole chapter. And I used to be like, of course everything's in the Bible for a reason, but I never really understood. I understood what verses 1 through 9 was saying. Like she was instructing her child on what to do, what not to do. Kings shouldn't have strong drink. Give strong drink to those that are in misery. Have righteous judgment. Don't be basically abusing the poor. Things like that. Roughly paraphrasing 1 through 9. But I never understood what they correlated with Proverbs 31 until Lily brought out that beautiful point. That is a proverb that's showing her right there in her work. She's training up a child in a way that they should go so they don't depart from it. She's telling her child what to do when he gets older. She's giving her child tips through the power of Yahawah. And I want to get Titus 2 in
Okay.
verse. Use it to get it.
How about what you did?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
I don't know which one you was gonna read.
I insist. Just read it.
I was just gonna read 3, 2, and 3.
Okay, just read 3.
Okay. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given too much wine, teachers of good things. So that's more so what I was speaking of, being a teacher of good things. And that's wisdom she giving her child, because I feel like a lot of the times we feel like, oh, well, my parents didn't teach me that, or my mom didn't teach me that, or things like that. No, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to teach our children things so the world doesn't have to teach them, or they don't have to learn hard lessons on their own. At least you could say, listen, baby, I gave you that warning. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you've been taught. Whether you hear or forbear, you have been taught. Okay. But yeah, that's what I noticed about 1 through 9. She was spitting that.
Since you read 3, I'm just gonna continue to read. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahawah be not blasphemed. And so the Proverbs 31 woman in that Titus 2 through 5, it kind of goes hand in hand, because Proverbs 31 woman, she's being a teacher good things. She's teaching the young women good things. She's teaching the young women what to do, what not to do in their marriages with their husbands. She's being an example. She's teaching just by not even saying much, just by being an example. She's showing them how to be discreet. She's showing the young women, she's showing her children how to be chaste. She's showing her daughter how to be a keeper at home. She's showing her children how to be good. She's showing her daughter how to be obedient to her own husband just by how she moves. Because children, they pick up on your actions more so than your words. Children imitate what they see. So if
Mm-hmm.
your daughter see her mother, Ezekiel, I think it's 16:44 says, "As the daughter restores her mother," so as
Mm-hmm.
or roughly paraphrasing, as the mother restores her daughter, roughly paraphrasing. But if a woman is acting in a virtuous way, her daughter is going to pick up on those same tactics and portray the same behavior. So, that Proverbs say the woman that Titus 2, they go hand in hand because she's an example. Her fruits, like Proverbs 31 say, her fruits and her work, it just speak for herself. She don't gotta say she's Proverbs 31. She don't gotta have it in her bio. She don't have to proclaim much. Her fruit and her works, it just shows for herself. It shows the type of woman that she is.
Uh, and I wanted to read Proverbs 22:6. It says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." So, you know, it's a lot of things our parents teach us that, you know, stick with us and, we keep. And we're like, yeah, oh, my mom taught me that when I was, younger. Or, like tying your shoes and stuff like that. Things like just easy things like that. We just learn. Or uh, how to properly dress ourselves, etiquette, things like that. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Thank you. You're welcome. Basic things. But yeah, she was spitting that knowledge in one through nine. It kind of reminded me of Tobit when he was talking to his son Tobias, and teaching him our customs to take a daughter of our people. Don't take a strange woman to wife, and how to go about things, and just the wisdom. So it reminded me of that.
Yeah, I learned a lot from my mom. My mom, she taught me a good amount of things. I think my mom did the best she could. And a lot of my things I do now is only because my mom taught me. It's from
Yes.
their childhood. It's because
Hmm.
she kind of instilled it in me.
I told my mom that, like, when we moved, I was like, Mom, thank you for really making me have chores and things like that, because now I'm like, I know how I like my house to be kept. Like, even though sometimes, like, I'll be real busy or real tired, it's like I still be wanting my house to look a certain kind of way. I don't
Yep.
want, no whole bunch of dishes in the sink.
Nope.
I'll be trying to do my best. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? But, you know, I can't say I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do that, because I was taught. So all
Hmm.
praises to the Most High for that. And sisters, if you don't have those examples, find sisters around you that can help you. Get up under those elder sisters, or sisters that have been in this thing for a little while, or have a family, or been married and things like that. Ask questions. It's nothing wrong with that. Um, but
Okay. Definitely. My mama, we had chores, but we get allowance, and we used to have like this dining table set, and it had like wooden chairs. It was the room where nobody really went in like that. Like
mhm.
nobody ate in that room. Really wasn't allowed to for real. It was a type of room. And so dusting that was one of my chores. And I would have to dust the chair. Like when it came, first of all, I actually loved cleaning. Even from a young age, I liked cleaning. I didn't like a mess. Like I've always been a neat freak, I think, my whole life. And I don't know if I would even call myself a neat freak, or maybe I would. I just like things a certain way.
Right.
And so I would have to dust the chair legs. And them chairs is big. And then the table legs, then the table. So we was doing those type of chores. And I really appreciate, my mom and dad making me do those things and instilling those things in me in chores. Like my mom, girl, before I moved, like she'll be over here wiping down the fridge. Like, Mackenzie, this how you gotta wipe your fridge to keep it clean, and this how you gotta get your stove, baby. Let me show you how to clean this stove, baby. Let me show you how to clean this oven out. Like
Yes. Yeah,
she really.
I think that's really important though, because I don't think a lot of listen, when I moved here, so coming here, I didn't have an electric stove before. We had a gas stove. So we had a
Hmm.
gas stove, so it's like completely different. But when I first got here, baby, I took that oven apart. Okay, I took all of that stuff apart. I didn't even know I could take all that stuff apart, baby. I pulled the burners out, took the things out. I lifted, girl. I said, "Oh, you can lift this thing up, girl." I lift up under. My husband came in there. He was like, "You got all the secret parts exposed on this oven." I was dying laughing. I was like, "Babe, listen, I gotta get in here and clean this thing up." Like, we just taught, when you taught a
Yeah.
certain way, it's just like, it's beautiful to see it instilled in you, and you able to pass that down to, or not only your children, but other sisters that might, need help in that area.
Yeah. Because my mama, we had a gas stove before I moved too. And girl, let me show you. I lifted I said, dang, this thing can lift up.
Yes,
Girl, I was
that's exactly. I was thinking about doing a video for sisters like that because I was like, I think that would be good because some sisters probably don't even know you could do all that.
yeah, I was like, I didn't even. First of all, I was like, I lifted up. I was expecting it to lift, but I didn't know it stood up. I was like, oh, well, this
Girl, it's
thing
like the
stays still.
car.
I clean up under
It's like a
there.
car. You know when you pop the hood on the car? I
Hmm.
said, why they pop the hood on the oven?
Girl, so our praise to the Most High for our mothers teaching us how to clean. Cause girl, I got an oven. My mama, she always taught me have your Brillo pad,
Girl, that
and get up
thing
in
be.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So all
And
praise to
it
the
be
Most High for our
necessary though,
mothers.
real necessary,
I told
especially if you
myself,
cooking a lot.
yeah, I told myself every 2 weeks I want to deep clean the stove out in the fridge. So I
Girl, that
did it.
oven ain't no joke either, baby. I got up in there in that oven, baby. I was scrubbing that thing. My husband came like, "What is you doing?" No, if I don't do it, it's gonna be black.
Okay.
It's gonna be black.
Okay. So it's coming up this week. You know what? Instead of doing it on the Sabbath prep, maybe that's something I should do throughout the week. So I ain't got so much to do on Sabbath prep. Like deep cleaning the stove over because this week will make it the week I gotta do it. So I think that's what I'm gonna work on this week, deep cleaning that stove and oven and stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
But that stuff be calming and relaxing. Like you be feeling
It make you
good.
feel so much better in the household and stuff too, though.
Yes.
It make you feel
Yes.
so much better. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. The atmosphere be lighter. Like it don't be feeling so heavy. But I had this precept real quick. It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, which is also known as Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 38. It says, "And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door." So that's what I meant, sisters, by, find a sister that, if she, have those attributes of the Proverbs 31 woman, and you see, it's some things that you can learn from her. She might not have all the attributes, but if she has some, you know, get thee, what it say? Get thee betimes unto him. So get thee betimes unto her. Find that sister, seek her out, and um, see what you can learn. So love y'all. But Khan, oops, Salakia. Let me see real quick. Khan. So I guess we can start getting into like 10 through 31. Um, More so, just I don't know if she want to go verse by verse or what you want to do.
Yeah, let's do that. We can go ahead and read it and then just kind of go through it.
Yeah.
Um, so pull out your Bible. You ain't got it?
Okay.
Oh, before we start, y'all need to go watch They Clone Tyrone on Netflix and then thank me later.
Y'all.
Thank me later. I don't know about y'all, but whatever's not getting used in my house is getting unplugged. And I think, and for me, that's a way that I look well towards my household to keep these bills low as possible. May sound crazy, but if we're not using the fan, it's getting unplugged. If we're not using a lamp, it's getting unplugged because you can have it off, but if it's still plugged in the wall, it's running up the electric bill. So if you unplug these things, like right now, my washer and my dryer is unplugged because I'm not using it. I use my washer and dryer once a week. Why I'm finna have it plugged in 7 days out of the week, run up my bill. So I want to give y'all that tip: unplug things when they're not in use to save money on your electric bill.
Girl,
Seriously,
my
keep
granny
your
told me
lights
that.
off. What you say?
My granny told me that unplug, because I used to be like, Nana, every time I come in here to use the microwave, is I gotta plug it back up. Why do you keep unplugging it? He was like, girl, unplug this stuff after you finish. After you finish, and now it's just well. And here we don't have no. I don't have a microwave.
Yeah,
So
we warm up everything on the stove.
yeah. Um, my husband ain't playing that. We ain't got no microwave.
Yeah, same with my husband. He don't like the radiation stuff.
Yeah. So I'm just like,
Yo,
okay. But
my mama
yeah,
and them.
everything else I do try to unplug it. Um, half the stuff we don't even be using anyway.
Okay,
So
my mom and them, they never taught me that, but I'm thankful what they did taught me. I just when I moved down here, I googled ways to save bills, ways to save money on bills, and that was one thing I saw, and it's literally become a habit now. Like chargers, anything. Of course, I keep the fridge plugged up in the stove because I cook a
of
lot.
course,
But like the washer and dryer, lamps, chargers. I have a diffuser. If when I'm not using that, that's unplugged as well. Now, of course, the Wi-Fi stay plugged in because we need Wi-Fi.
right,
But you know,
right. Ain't nobody got time to be waiting for the Wi-Fi to load up every single time.
okay. Because why
Talking
are you
about
playing?
it's not connecting. Mm-mm.
My husband be like, "Babe, why you keep moving all the chargers?" Because because if I unplug them, I don't want them leaving all on the floor. So I just go put them somewhere.
Yeah, I think another good thing is uh-uh. Y'all, I think my cat a little bit special needs.
Why you say that?
Cause why he running and start jumping to the side?
He might be happy about some. I never
He
jump for
made me
you.
forget. He made me forget what I was about to say. We can move
She said,
on.
"Mm-mm."
I forgot what I was about to say. But y'all, I was asking sisters and like other sisters, what do they think um what attributes do they think the Proverb 31 exude to help us, it's like an example to help us unlock Proverbs 31 with inside of ourselves. And sisters gave some really beautiful answers. Sisters gave, let me see, because I wrote some of them down. Stuff like being patient. Um, I gotta find that list that I sent to Abarriyah. Hold on. Let me see. And I'm thankful. So shout out to Sister Eliana, Yadiah, Sister Sarah, Deborah, Miranda, the water y'all for helping me out. Um, but being patient, having discretion, being apt to teach and learn, taking care of your temple, remember that representation matters, being attentive, having foreknowledge, willing and able, creative and resourceful, um, having charity and alms, taking rebuke cheerfully, being a light, being business savvy, well rounded, having a just balance, confidence and not afraid. So I think those are a few attributes that the Proverbs 31 woman exudes that we can learn from. But I think all in all, Proverbs 31, I could sum it up with Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23. I think like that's a good um, precept to kind of keep in mind. Okay, so it reads Colossians 3 and 23. And whatsoever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. So the Proverbs 31 woman, when she's going out and, she's getting all these things done, it's as if she's serving the Lord and not unto men. Even though she's serving her husband, she's serving her children, serving her community, helping those around her. all these works are unto the Lord. So I think that's
Hmm.
something real beautiful to meditate on, and something that we can kind of keep in our pocket and in the back of our mind to think about as we go about doing things. So,
Definitely. And I also want to say that I feel like a lot of the times people put Proverbs 31 in their bio, but like you said, they're not willing to put the work in. And also, I want to say that a lot of times it's Proverbs 31 in their bio, but they're not connected with the Most High. A Proverbs 31 woman can't be Proverbs 31 if she's not connected with the Most High. If she's not reading,
um,
praying, fasting, studying, diligently trying to keep these commandments, she cannot be Proverbs 31 if she does not have a relationship with the Father. If she does not love the Most High, we know that the love of the Yahawah is keeping his commandments, John 14 and 15, 1 John 5 and 3. So if sisters are trying to strive to be Proverbs 31, you got to really be in tune with the Father. You got to really be in tune with Yahawashi. You just can't walk around trying to put it in your bio and trying to say you got to really be, have a relationship with the Most High. Because the Proverbs 31 woman has wisdom. And we know wisdom only comes when you fear the Most High.
that's
Fear
right.
the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, beginning of wisdom, roughly paraphrasing. That's in Sirach and that's in Proverbs.
Uh,
So,
I think that's real beautiful. And it also made me think about Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So that sister, whatever she put her hand to do, to put forth to do, it was like, she was giving all her everything. She was willing to give her all, and she was willing to give all that she's able to give. So I think that's real beautiful as well. Because sometimes, yeah, I know we'll be tired. I know we don't feel like getting things done, but it's just, you know, tomorrow isn't promised. So, get what we can get done today, and Lord willing, the Most High is able to give us another day to get the rest of the things on our list or whatever we have to complete. Um, get it done in that time. But
con. Yep. Beautiful says, so like, yeah, I had to go feed my dog. I forgot I ain't fed him. It's about 2 o'clock.
oh my goodness, uh,
But I'm trying to get him on the schedule and I forgot y'all. But yep. Tomorrow's not promised. And that purpose like warm and she ain't put stuff off. And I know sometimes we be tired, but we gotta have a balance. We have to have it because right now I am so sleepy. But we gotta get stuff done. Yeah, we know. I know. Girl, she running off fumes. But I wrote down some things as well. A Proverbs a woman, she takes care of business. She's a pillar of rest amongst her community and husband. She stays up late when and if need be and rises early. She has
hmm
discernment to make business transactions. She knows her numbers. She's financially wise. She looks well towards her household when it comes to finances, business. She girds herself in the strength of the Lord. She's praying, reading, fasting, cleaving to the Most High, because it says in Proverbs 31, she girded herself with, she clothed herself with strength. Where do you think that strength comes from? Psalms 20 and 7. Our strength comes from the Lord. She gives alms. She makes clothing. She works with her hands. So she probably got a garden and some more. She all around the board does it. Okay. She only speaks kind things. She only speaks wisdom. She's diligent and not lazy. She makes sure everything in her house runs smooth. Her children call her blessed. She has children. Not saying you're not a Proverbs one if you don't have kids. She's humble. She doesn't need to boast about her works and what she does. Her works speak for herself. Her works and fruits show you and tell you the type of woman she is, and she cannot be compared. And so let me get this precept. She cannot be bought. Let me get this precept. This Sirach 30 in verse number, oh, no, it's 29. What's that precept? A man's laughter, attire shows the type of man he is.
his excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
Yeah, that. It's starting with Sirach 30. All right, Sirach 29, but it's not neither one.
Sirach 19 and 30.
You realize all the way off. The water. Sirach 19 and 30. Verse 29. A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding is by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire and except the laughter and gait show what he is. So how this woman looks, how she acts, how she talks, it shows the type of woman she is. So like I said, like the scriptures say in Proverbs 31, her works speak for herself. They praise her in the gates. Now here's my question: do y'all? Because I seen this post on Instagram from the sister, and she basically said that people needed to. I don't want to butcher her words. I don't want to bear false witness, but basically was saying, roughly paraphrasing, that you cannot be a full Proverbs 31 if you don't have children. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like I'm trying to say this like, you gotta choose your words wisely. You have to, you know. Um, I feel like sometimes you have to be prepared before you can actually get to where you need to go. So, um, I don't feel like um, you have to specifically be a mom to be Proverbs 31. Our motto in WFI when we're at camp, everyone's children is everyone's children. Okay, so if a sister has a child and she may not be looking, and I'm seeing her child doing something that's still I still have to protect that child. I still have to look out for the well-being of that child. I don't just let that child go and do whatever they want to do. You get what I'm saying? And let them run off. And no, I still have to be those eyes and those ears and act as a hedge of protection for that child. So, just because I didn't birth that child doesn't mean that, I'm not gonna still look out for them and, make sure that they're good. And, if they need their nose wiped, no, I'm gonna wipe their nose. I'm gonna tie their shoe. They fall down, they scrape their knee. Okay, are you okay? Give me a hug. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm still, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like that's true.
Yeah.
That's
I
just my own opinion. That's my
agree.
opinion. So, but I do feel like, that Proverbs 30 woman, I'm pretty sure she had experience of how to deal with children before she had children. I'm pretty sure she was up on game and up on knowledge, or had brothers and sisters that she might have had to look
Yeah.
after, tend to. I'm the oldest of 12 children, so a lot of people can say, oh, if you don't have children, you can't speak on. I have plenty of experience, so please don't tell me. Um, I don't know. I see things from a different light. I'm the oldest, so it's like when you're the oldest, it's like you are that extra parent. You are that extra help. You are that person that is helping. Might have to help get your brothers and sisters ready for school, or help them with their homework, or show them they might look up to you in different kinds of ways and things like that. So, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I agree. That's beautifully said, and that's a beautiful different perspective. I am the youngest, and a lot of women, they probably was the oldest like you, or they had nieces and nephews, or they work with kids, and so I'm pretty sure the Lord He gives women experience with kids because this we're literally called to bear children. So He's gonna definitely provide that experience with kids. I'm the youngest, the only girl, but I have brothers and they have kids. And so since I was two, I've been an auntie. My oldest niece, me and her are only 2 years apart. I'm 20. She's 17 right now. She's gonna be 18 in August, but I just turned 20, like in June.
Mm.
So I'm freshly 20. But we're 2 years apart, so we practically grew up together. And then my youngest niece, so my oldest niece, I have like 12 plus nieces and nephews. My oldest niece, she's 17. My youngest niece is probably about 1.5. So the age ranges from 17 to 1.5, all these different ages of kids. So, and I also, before I moved down here, I was working with kids, 4 and 5 year olds as my job. I was the lead pre-K teacher. And so the Lord has definitely gave me a lot of experience with kids. But I remember growing up, me and my niece, because she was the oldest, and I was the auntie. And so we would watch the younger two. We would watch the younger two. But it was beautiful, man.
Yeah. I know a lot of sisters didn't babysit before. I know you had to babysit, sis.
I know you had
Okay,
to
you have
babysit
some
me, Sean.
experience,
Neat.
right?
Okay.
Shoot, I know you had to babysit me too. Me
Had to
too.
step up.
Right. Your mama said, "Your aunt, listen, watch these kids." Yes, ma'am. Okay. Teach them
What, bro?
babies. Get some.
Move.
Get a little meal going on. Shoot, y'all might have had to order some pizza.
Okay.
Had a little movie
Mm-hmm.
night. Shoot, you know how it is when everybody at granny house in the
Mm-hmm.
summertime. Shoot,
Okay.
y'all.
Okay. I be telling my
Shoot,
niece, I be like, I practically raised her. She was like,
y'all had to
wrong.
walk
We
to the
grew up
store
together.
together. Shoot, everybody, listen. Everybody had to walk to the store together. Come on now.
Yep.
That's when times was simpler and we could do stuff like that. But
Definitely.
nowadays, whew, nowadays
But
it's a little bit crazy. It's a little sketchy outside, y'all. Hide your
I'm glad
kids.
I asked that question. That was a very nice perspective, and I really like
Yeah,
that
I think
answer.
I think so. Lord willing, sisters can give their perspective as well down in the comments.
Yes.
As please,
Snap, snap. Brr, brr, brr.
we want to.
But
This sister is on another level.
I'm tired. I'm trying to keep myself up.
Yes, ma'am. Listen,
We will start at verse 10. Do you want a popcorn read or you just want to eat the whole row?
hold on, let me get there.
We could just eat just read the whole thing. Just shoot it through.
I mean,
Or like I can read 10 through like 19 and you get like 20 through 31 or something.
yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, let's do that. So I will start at 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ship, she bringeth her food from afar. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She considereth the field and buyeth it, with the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceived that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She left her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff.
Oh, Salakia. I'm thinking because as you're reading, I'm like, yeah, that remind me of Tabitha. Yeah, that remind me of this. Yeah, that remind me. Like, oh, my
She's
bad.
sitting
I don't know.
here in Abarriyah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Salakia. All right, so we're going to pick up at verse 20. This Proverbs chapter 31, verse 20. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in the time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her gates. So I'll praise to the Most High. It's very beautiful. Lord will the sisters have time to go back over that and read that for themselves, kind of go verse by verse. Go through this, see what you can take from it, see if you can come up with, even more tips than we have, given. But one thing that I really want to say that uh, this woman that's described in Proverbs 31, her value is priceless. These things cannot be brought. These things can be taught, but these things cannot be brought. So it's just like we really have to meditate and see how we can better ourselves, see how we can be more peaceable, see how we can be more diligent, be more wise, be more discreet, have more discretion and things like that. Because um, I want to ask this question: do you think that the Proverbs 31 woman is describing one woman or multiple different kinds of women? Do you think it's one woman that, she knows how to seek out certain things, go buy them and sell them? Another woman goes out and she spins the staff and she knows how to do these things. Um, you know,
Mm.
what's your take on that? Because I've heard a sister say, well, Proverbs 31 is describing a whole bunch of different kind of sisters. You know,
I would say it is because the Proverbs 31, when you read it, this woman, it speaks of a woman with multiple different talents in all aspects, right? And we know that in First Corinthians 12, we all have different gifts. Let's get it. This is First
uh,
Corinthians 12, and it says, I'm going to start at verse number, um, what thing kind of mean? I'm going to just start at verse 3. Wherefore I give you to understand that no man speaking by the Spirit of Yahawah calleth Yahawashi cursed, and that no man can say that Yahawashi is the Lord but by the Holy Ghost. Now there are diversity of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. But all these work of that one and the self same Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. For as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body being many are one body, so also is Yahawashi. Um, so I'm gonna just end it off there. In verse 14 said, "For the body is not one member but many." So basically, we all have these many different talents, and we all come together to make up the body how shy. So this sister, she might have the talent of sewing and gardening, and this sister may have the talent of going out to make business purchases. So is this sister that makes business purchases? She not a Proverbs 30 woman because she's not that strong in her talent of sewing. The Lord gives us different gifts and what He sees fit for us to have. So this sister, just because she does not have the gift of being able to exhort, or just because she has the gift of knowing how to make garments, just because she doesn't have the gift of making ephods or making crocheting, that does not mean that she's not a Proverbs 30 woman because the Lord did not grant her a talent in that area. He gives us what He sees fit for us to have. So that's my take on that through the Spirit. I think Proverbs 31 is talking about multiple different women because I can say through the Spirit of the Lord has definitely gave me a gift of exhortation, of cooking. I know how to sew, but I'm not. I mean, I know sisters that sew way better than me. Like,
girl, I'm not out here about to be making no Passover garments.
okay, look, I know how to. I know how to do a little some, but it's sisters out here.
Maybe
They
I
cook.
can, but
It's
I
just
don't.
that's
It's
not like
the
my strong suit. Basically,
right.
that's not
Mm,
my strong suit, and that's okay.
I'm
You know,
okay
I
with
can
it.
I can practice on it, Lord
I'm
willing. But
content.
that's like I know sisters that's out here like making dresses from bed sheets. I don't know how to do that.
Me either. I don't know how to make a pleated skirt. I'm sorry, sis. I don't know how to make that little Mitri headband thing that brothers be
Okay,
wearing.
and I'm
I
fine
know
with
it's this
that.
one sister. She's so mighty. I wish I could find her work. Maybe I could find it while we still on here. But she make the little the I don't know
I'm
what
so
they
bad.
call
I don't know what
those
they call it,
the wristband things the brothers be wearing, and she literally like makes them, carve the design in them and everything. Them things is mean. Like I was like, oh, that sister working. Like, oh, that is mighty. I was like, oh, I wish I knew how to do that. But oh, sis, you can have that.
And
It's
you know,
cute
so
though.
like also like is a woman not a power to the woman because she's not married? Is she not a? I know sisters that are not married, that's single, but they rise early. These sisters are diligent. I want to say her name so bad. My sister Kiara, I just gotta say that sister is mighty. She is mighty. That sister is mighty with her hands. You know, just I don't think just because a certain verse does not apply to certain sisters, I don't think that takes them away from striving to be a Proverbs 31 or being one.
Uh,
So yeah, that's my take.
uh, uh, uh,
And what
uh.
about it?
Cause I wonder if Tabitha had children. I wonder if she did.
Here comes
I
some.
wonder, cause it doesn't. I don't know. I haven't read that it says anything about that. But they
But
was weeping over that sister, crying, like bringing her garments around, like listen, look, this is this mighty. She's working. And imagine back then making garments. Imagine. I don't know if they had no sewing machines looking like this.
you better not be
That
doing that
sister probably
crazy.
was diligent with her hands and
Okay.
what? What? They didn't bring one coat to show what she did. They brought garments.
Okay.
Okay. With a
S is plural.
but yeah, like it's so I think, sisters, please don't be discouraged if you do not fit every single slot, you know. It's a work in progress. And sometimes we might not ever check that box.
Okay.
But it's about striving to do better.
Okay.
This is about finding inspiration, encouragement, that we may be exhorted through the Spirit to, you know, be who the Most High designed us to be. So don't be upset. Don't feel like, oh, I ain't never going to be able to achieve Purpose 31 because I don't know how to sew yet. I don't know how to do real estate and buy and sell houses and find land that, I don't know how to get my garden together. It's okay. Work on those things. And if the Most High see it fit, He'll grant you the desires of your heart as long as you keep Him first and foremost. First and foremost.
Con. Con. Yep. Just all about striving to be that. Um, I would say, if I were to say one woman, some tips. Rise early, try to get up early to get things done. For sisters that are not married, you can look well to the ways of the household, by helping out in the house, by looking
Mhm.
well to your area of the house, by your room, doing your chores. And for my married sisters, taking care of the house. And there's a multiple different ways that you look well towards your household. As a married woman, making sure that you're not bringing any spirits in the house that are not of the Lord, being mindful of the food y'all are cooking and eating. And of course, this place is defiled, but trying to make those healthier meals for your family, so that
Mhm.
y'all are in good health. You're looking well towards your household, looking well towards your household financially, seeing how
You can
you can
save
use
a
your
little
gifts to
coin.
save money. Those are all different ways how you can look well towards your household. For my sister that's single, looking well towards the household, like I said, helping out in any area possible, looking well to your corner of the house, those chores.
I would say, looking for single sisters, looking to the for the Salakia, looking uh to better the ways of your household. Remember that we are the house of Israel. So household doesn't only have to be your home. Household could be a part of your congregation. Household could be looking well to the ways of, okay, what does the body need? What might sisters recommend that the brothers need? What might they need help with? Do sisters need help making lunches for Sabbath? Do the children might need more books to read, or back to school is coming up. See how you can donate to the children going back to school, paper, pencils, books, things like that. Sisters are homeschooling. See what sisters need help with. Look in those ways. And that also is charity and alms and things like that as well. So you kind of cross off two and one. So don't feel discouraged. Don't think that, oh well, I'm single, I'm young, I'm only 16 in this truth, I'm only 15 in this truth, 17. It's still things that you can do to look to the well of the ways of your household. um and your household is Israel. So don't don't just think of it, one fold.
Yep, it's a good point. Seeing how you can help the nation with your talents, how you can better the body, what you can do for the ministry, whether that's exhortation, whether that's making zits, Lily, whether that's making body butters, Lily, Sister Stina, whether that's making like protection packages with the mace and stuff. A lot of different talents out here, so make sure y'all using those.
Yes,
Giving alms and charity.
we need that.
Hey, your tips is in the Bible,
Okay.
okay?
Yes.
But everybody has the ability to be a power study woman, whether you're married, single, got kids, or don't. And I want y'all to remember that Philippians 4:13, we can do all things through Yahawashi, which strengthens us. So don't feel discouraged because a sister may tell you that you can't be power study one if you're not married, or you can't be it if you don't got kids, or you can't be it if you don't know how to do this. Because you don't have to, I don't think you have to hit all the verses on the nail to be that Proverbs 31. Like I said, like the Lord said, we all have different talents. So it may not be that Sister Lot to know how to go out there and do. And of course, we don't want to be ignorant in any matter, big or small, as the scripture say. It's okay to have knowledge in a lot of areas, but it may not be that sister strong suit. It may not be of the Lord for her to know how to do certain things, or for her to let's get an example.
Because I know a lot of us ain't out here looking for land and buildings and.
Okay. I know some sisters just really into that stuff.
Yeah, I know a sister in a truth thing. Her husband do real estate.
For
That's
real, all
beautiful.
praises.
Mhm.
All praises.
That's sister name though.
So do they just do houses, or like do they do anything else?
I don't know if they I don't know how to find her page. Lord willing, I can post her
Yes.
information or I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But Khan, did you have anything else?
Um, let me see. I would say I don't. I know we read through it, but I will also just remind sisters try to make sure we removing idleness from us. Also, our speech and our communication. I mean, these are things that we should be working on all the time anyway. Just being mindful of the way that we speak and how we're speaking, and like they say, you can always catch more bees with honey than vinegar. So, um, you know, be a light, be an example by your actions. Actions speak way louder than words, and be patient with yourself in this journey. Don't try to rush to have everything in one time. The Most High will allow you to be prepared, and things will come to you as they're supposed to. So, um, Colin, keep striving to be that Proverbs 31, and I'm gonna do the same.
Khan and Khan, definitely think before you speak and open your mouth with the law of kindness and wisdom. But it's all about striving to just be a better woman every day. And like I said, through the spirit, everybody has the capability to be a power say woman, because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And you can do whatever you put your mind to. So use these keys, use these tips, getting these precepts, and give it your all. Unlock that power say woman in you. You unlock it by giving it your all, by striving to be better. So be diligent. Don't put off day to day. Because we don't know when our hell gonna break loose.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's funny because I've been to two funerals within the past month, and something both the pastor said was basically about Christ returning soon. So we don't really know when the Lord coming back. And I was asking my husband, I was like, do you see 10, 15 more years in this place? He said, no. I said, I don't either. I'm sorry. It's so much wickedness going on right now. I don't even see another 5 years here. And I'm not the Lord, the Yahawashi, I don't even know when he coming back. Only Yahawah know. But I don't see us being here in no 10, 15, 5 years. Anything can change, things can slow down, things can speed up, but don't put off that.
Time feel like it been speeding up. I be feeling like it be the Sabbath every other day.
Okay. Boy, God, dog, it's already Thursday.
I'll be like, dang, it's supposed to be the Sabbath again. All praises. But God, I thank sisters for, selecting these topics. I thank sisters for, helping us bring out this edification through the spirit, because it's things that I have to work on as well. Like I, always say when we get on here, I'm not only speaking to y'all, I'll be speaking to myself as well. So I have to definitely come back, watch this, and take my notes too. So, Lord willing, y'all had a pen and paper and wrote these tips down. And I really hope that this helps sisters. So,
Kind. Lord willing, have a good week. Say those weekly goes to the spirit. And I forgot what the next voted one was. Let me look at it so I can tell y'all the next episode. Lord willing. Okay.
y'all, I really think, no lie, even though I don't know what the next one is, I think we really should do one on just being prepared all around for like Jacob's trouble. I just had a dream the other night, and I was like, I knew we should have been prepared. I knew we should have.
Well, there go the topic then.
So, Lord willing, sisters, we can talk about having some stuff for Jacob's trouble, um, and just being prepared for, we never know when all hell's going to break loose at all. So, being spiritually prepared, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that, so we can have that strength and that honor and let that be our clothing in times of need and trouble. So,
Kind of like wasn't be the stability at times.
that's right.
But kind of, y'all, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna take me a nap before I do what I need to do because I am. Lily, I need to take a nap. Schedule one.
Girl, I don't have no time. My husband about to come get me. I gotta go wash these clothes, girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. A nap later.
Okay, well, I'm going now. So. Okay, and don't be trying to scoff just because I nap. Don't mean I'm lazy. Guarding her
Who
sleep.
said that? Who even?
Who said that? I'm just saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody
I'm
say you was
saying.
lazy. Ain't nobody say none of that. You gotta, first of all, we already know you gotta pour into yourself so that you can effectively pour into others. So therefore, you can get the stuff that you need to get done correctly and not just any old kind of way. Because if you do it any old kind of way, you're gonna have to come back and do it again. So take that nap, charge up,
Give it your all,
and get it done.
get it done, y'all. Talking to myself because I have a crazy workload week, so I gotta go. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Shalawam.